Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then?
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kuka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kuka is dead.
Oh, my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. There shall be no lessons today, only Thanksgiving and...
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kuka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something? Just spreading the word. So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed. No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news. Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him. You're right. I should. And I will. Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave. Very well. I'll suggest it.
Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then? Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
It hasn't been her usual self lately. Never see her with a smile.
Blackthorn,
Out with it.
it's for Mid.
This my luck. Go on then.
She said you would know.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it, and I'll need help. Get Gavin in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with. You going after the Stardust? Which one of these two lucky...
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So,
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? I'll go and scout the...
All right. While you're off having a paddle.
You two, eh?
Fleece me.
In your own time.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Here you go.
Good day to you, Sid.
We haven't much, but you're free to look. You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
And we had to dig a new cellar.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or It may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
Hello, Sid.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You all right, Sid?
There is, actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out...
Oh, that... I heard the rumors.
All right.
Word is, the Black Shields took a hike in the hands of some...
Excuse me.
Nah, I'm in, Mose, don't worry.
All right. Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious...
No.
Where was...
In Lawbert was out, ran back in.
I see. Seems Lawbert's past. This is our best bet, then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? When did you get so big? You there?
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? What could we give a damn? All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Stay down! Soil and stop!
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to walk.
Good day to you. Sid.
The crystals we get from it.
Clive.
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass.
Black shields. Yeah, though they serve and it would appear the pack has damn it all. And bite back.
I'm sorry. Who did the black shield?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief.
I don't understand. Why him?
I was a man and fighted. I saw more than a few, and throughout.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for. I was a fool to think a means of ridding his response, and he faced no punishment. I lost everything. The faith. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down, but the man himself proved with money and power. And so I saw that I would need an army. I came here to Lostwing, and of course, they too have seen faultless friend. Our wounds. We know where he hides. What we did not.
Quentin.
Our time is short. My friends and comrades.
I'm not going to change his mind.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
The most fragrant herbs and
There'll be no one to man. Sure.
the twins and beyond.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Faster!
Quick, Skull. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent...
It's certainly not a... Time was...
I take it you...
I hated her. I had to trade my... She was the only... But now she's gone. What am I supposed...
Perhaps you...
Recapture? You know, I have to get back to the...
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
My carpet!
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be
Ah, though I worry you might have...
Master,
hide.
Just a steeple... True, and look, inside. Master,
Well, not only is my... I don't know how you did it.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of the stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished?
Enough.
Oh, that might even be enough for old Black. Here. Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border post. And no surprises there.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
All done? Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look. Seen enough?
And what can I do for you? It's a real thank you, Clive. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. Is that all?
Blackthorn.
Yeah. Cheers for the stardust.
We should go out on... Or beat...
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind.
Thank you, Blackthorn.
Suppose we'd bet...
Give us a shot.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so. You earned this. All done?
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
salvage from the ruins. I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here, excess heat is dealt now. Were we to, in other words, this is where the helm comes in. Our experiments have shown, and not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to... Why?
You can stop there. Mid said we might be able to use... Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in... The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. It's no longer a matter of just walking in.
I see. Would that help?
Oh, I'll gather my team and head there right away.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
You know what you have to do.
I won't let you down.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing.
Ready? We leave at once.
Oh,
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. Too slow. Nice try. Give me thunder! Too slow. Thanks, boy. To me, flames! All yours, Torgal. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Hell.
Excellent.
And
Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines, which is why a prism for... I thought a triple thick, the helm and the... I need something...
Well, if I were in... I know whose counsel...
Tomes? I've got all the details. Can you take this to it?
Right away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
What are these?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of... pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive. So, Clive, who will accompany...
All right. So, what do we...
I have taken the...
Garlic. Are you sure? Looks like the ingredients for some...
Though these items so much so in now, of course.
Well, I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an older...
All right.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research. Now, where's Talia?
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread to the world.
Welcome, welcome.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on
I won't
these.
have use.
There you are, Tom.
Ah, we shouldn't have any bus.
All right.
Let's see now. Meet me by the
What do you want?
Go on. Take it.
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Keep fighting the good fight.
Hopefully Ty is finished too.
Fresh cuts! Come and get them. Come! You'll not find a bruised pippin.
Well, did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and peppy. We should get this back to Tomes then. But do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Tyre.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us. Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the...
Well, I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was when both the shielding followed, perhaps.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
I went up to give some grease to the...
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smith, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding.
Displacement stack.
Same different. Whatever you call it. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Thinking about the Enterprise, searching for a land untouched by the Blight. So if the worst... That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
He cracked the crystal too.
Trouble with the ledgers.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, and it's sadly that I can straighten it out. I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Be late for that.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. And instead of coming straight, you get Clive, the man in... Well...
Oh, just...
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million?
Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of...
Do we have that much to hand?
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides...
All right. Is there anything I can do to...
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to...
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Little somethings, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies.
I'm sure there will be.
But you know how it is with this place.
I know.
Go.
Because
I'd rather Lady Karen killed you.
Well...
Don't worry.
Really?
No.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. Come again. I may have more for you.